One of the nice things about going on holiday is that then you get to come back home. Even if the holiday was very nice, it's extra nice to... Yeah, yes. It feels really nice to be back home, and one of the first things that we do is to make a fire. I make myself tea, and it just feels right, you know.
Oh my God. Oh my God. One of my favorite things about living here are the forests. This is basically our back garden. A little bit crazy, isn't it? Sometimes I take it for granted, but the moment I go on a walk, look for mushrooms, to be fair, I can't find any mushrooms. It's mostly Ida and her family that find everything. Somehow I don't see anything, you know? I love to just go on a walk, relax, listen to the stream of water, the sound of leaves, breathe the fresh air. Not to get too poetic, but it's quite wonderful. Fun fact, we actually filmed a short film in these forests. And that was a couple of years ago, and we have still not released it. And but we will release it. Yeah, it was fun to make. It was really fun to make.
Well, you wanna see Voci? Let's see Voci. So we're at the stage where Javor is awake for 2 to 3 hours at a time, and the best thing for him is to just play around on the floor with all his toys. But every 3 minutes he needs a cuddle. And he also sometimes crawls away, even though he's not technically crawling, but he manages to get away and start eating shoes or God knows what. If you're wondering why he's bandaged, he burned himself a few days ago. But it's fine, don't worry. Show what you can do.
Many years ago, me and Ida went on an epic adventure across Bulgaria. It's called Kom Emine. It's basically a 600-kilometer hike from one side to the other of Bulgaria. And throughout this journey, we kept a journal. So this is actually one of our most valuable possessions. It's been a while since I kind of read through it, so I'll give you a little taster of what we experienced. First day complete. Here is what I remember with my 10 megabyte memory. The hike was sick. The group seems very friendly, so the positive energy keeps us going even in a thunderstorm. Just being away from the phone and enjoying the nature around you feels amazing. Can't wait to see what tomorrow has in store for us. Day 2. Absolutely wrecked. I'm not even joking. Kind of underestimated this whole hike. From now on, it will just be a mental game to survive this. Day 4, I don't even know where to start. This has been the toughest day so far. The terrain, the heat, and sore crackies means like feet, made today a real challenge. Just ask wee Ida. She was a wee drama queen, but I'm super proud of her. I could not wish for a better person to experience this with. At one point, we seen a cow standing in a huge puddle, and we thought, what a time to be a cow. I can't get the thought of jumping into cold water off my mind. Day 17. Today was crazy. Let me explain. In the morning, we mostly hiked through the Bulgarian jungle. We laughed as we referred to our situation as the Jurassic Park 3. Little did we know, this was slowly becoming a reality. The first animals we came across were millions of cows, and some dogs guarding them. I even seen a dog on a rooftop. I thought I was still dreaming at first. A little further, we spotted about 20 huge birds take flight at once as we came too close to them. Those birds were vultures. My first time seeing them in person, so I was fascinated. Here comes the interesting part. In our last 5 kilometers, we were approaching a road bend and suddenly we heard a deep, strong sound. At first, I thought it was a car, but nothing was coming. Then we heard the sound again and everyone froze. It was a bear behind the bushes. At this point, we were less than 10 meters away from it. It was frightening, and if you were alone, you would probably shit yourself. Jeez, what an experience. But anyways, I will do a whole video about our adventure at some point. It's already been so many years and people keep telling me to make this video, but it's a very difficult video to make. If you are looking for an epic adventure, this one I would highly recommend. so much mud sticking to your feet that your foot becomes basically like 3 times the weight. It's actually crazy. He then said, how did such a beautiful, exotic Bulgarian woman end up going out with a foreigner?
Oh my God. You know, I was in Scotland and you are also in Scotland, and you invited me for a photo shoot. At the end of the photo shoot, you asked me out on a date, and I just didn't know what to say at the moment. You know, I was kind of petrified and just kind of said yes, and just things started rolling, and here we are now with a baby.
Okay, but like you knew you were going back to Bulgaria, so why did you give this boy a chance?
Well, I let you know from the very first date that I'm going back, so don't try to change my mind. And I don't know, a few months in, we decided we're gonna give long distance a chance. But I think I told you I don't believe in long distance relationships. Because I didn't. I genuinely thought this cannot work out.
So at what point did you change your mind and think, this might actually work out?
I'm not 100% sure. Maybe after you first came to Bulgaria, after 1 month of us being away from each other, and we had an absolute blast. And you know, I think both of us were worried. We didn't think, are we actually gonna get along for 2 weeks non-stop? But it was some of the best time ever. We visited so many places, and yeah, it was really awesome. And I think that's when both of us realized this actually might work out if we keep putting the work in.
7 years later, how is it that we're still together?
Well, we're a very good fit. We try to talk through problems. Usually we try to do it the same day. Sometimes it takes like a day or two. I think we're both trying to adapt to the other person and grow together, not grow apart. Yeah.
That's so good. Some people say that Bulgarians are rude, especially the older generation. Let me give you an example. I'm in Sofia about to get an x-ray of my teeth. I knock at the door, wait, nothing happens. I knock again and I hear a shout from inside. So I enter and the woman goes, "Не виждаш ли какво пише на вратата?" Now, if I was still living in Scotland, my response would be something like, "Who do you think you're talking to, pal?" But I live here now, I've adapted, I've learned from my mistakes, and I know exactly how to handle situations like these. So instead I would say, "Съжалявам, не виждал съм, не говори много български, как сте?" And just like that, everything changes. We end up having a conversation and the old lady even cracks a smile. So what's my approach? First of all, I'm not rude back. Secondly, I'm trying to turn the conversation into something positive. And third and most importantly, I try and make the effort to speak Bulgarian. I think I just destroyed my lens. So when they hear you try speak their language, it just melts their hearts. They're like, "Oh, много добре говориш български." You know, you're like, "Здрасти, как сте?" I'm like, oh my God, български. It's very funny. So I was in the process of tidying up the garden and I pick up this log, and on the log I spot a bunch of insects. I couldn't help myself and I had to take out the macro lens to try and capture this tiny snail. I'm not even sure if you'll be able to see it on this video, but it's literally just here. It's so small. Also, this snail is very fast. I'm trying to set up a shot and by the time I set it up, it's already moved location. Extremely fast. What is going on, man? Slow down. I hope you find this as fascinating as I do.
The situation in the garden is tragic, especially the greenhouse. Well, no, everything is tragic, But you know, we have the excuse with the baby, so let me show you I mean, there's not much to show, but let me show you the greenhouse. Which is, you can't even properly close it. I mean, I love our greenhouse, but the next one will need some improvements. Welcome to this mess. Well, you know, I always imagined how it will be, you know, salads blooming everywhere. You know, you come in winter and you pick up stuff for your salad, but you can't pick up anything here but depression right now. Well, we have some onion. We have some onion and like 3 salads, which may or may not become edible. However, my neighbor has been kind enough to just give me several of his salads, and I will use my 10 minutes of free time today to shove them in. So I'm gonna try clean up our area here and put these salads, and we're gonna, or maybe I'll be doing this at midnight. You gonna eat some of that salad? No? Maybe he doesn't like salad. I'm putting one. At least one will go now. Oh no, oh no. Gonna go for some quick water. Water. Next year this is gonna be your job, so you'll see who's gonna cry then.
About 2 years ago, I traveled to Slovakia to film the stories of the older generation in my family.
My jsme ho držali, já z jedné strany, dětko z druhé strany. Nie, to nemôže. I'm just
At the time, I came up with the idea because we were about to have our baby. So I thought, wouldn't it be nice for when Javor is older and is able to see the energy, the laughter and the stories that the older generation of my family has. I'm very lucky to even have my great-grandmother who was able to share stories of her past, of the war and how they by chance managed to survive. It was very interesting and dramatic when she was explaining how they were about to be sent to a concentration camp, but they managed to escape and hide on one of the ships that transports coal. There were 2 ships that were heading to Austria.
A išli sme a som počul, jak začali bombardovať, jak padali tie
And only one of them made it. It's crazy to think because if she didn't survive, I would obviously not be here telling you this story. I also interviewed my grandmother who told me the story of how she fell in love with my grandfather at the age of 17.
Som ani nevedela, že existoval.
And now they've been together for 53 years. And then I also interviewed my grandfather to see and double check everything if their story has aligned or if I could get some extra details that one of them has missed.
Mala frajera. Čo? No. Babka mala frajera? To mi nepovedala, ja som nevedel.
And then I interviewed my other grandfather who has a passion for being a fireman. So he wore his uniform for this interview. Yeah, we had some funny moments in there. I made him sing a song.
Horár na ňu mierí.
And also, I interviewed my auntie who never likes to be on video. It's almost impossible to capture her on video. And this is basically a miracle for her to be there. You might be thinking, why am I telling you all this? Well, I want to encourage you to do the same. Because down the line, this might actually be the most valuable footage you have ever filmed.
Are you sucking in? So we haven't had a pancake day in, I don't know, a year or more. It feels like ages. So I suggested we have pancakes today. And Jacob here, the great competitor, wants to make it into a competition.
Right.
Everybody knows the first pancake is always shit. Ooh, that's not flipping.
All right, we're doing a pancake competition. How many times you can successfully flip this in a row? So it has to be a nice, beautiful flip. So this is not nice. I already failed.
1,
Oh, what?
2,
What?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. Opa, okay, I failed at 16.
I'm bringing the secret weapon.
Yavi! Yavi, you missed the best part. I flipped the pancake 16 times.
Are you gonna support Daddy? Are you gonna support Daddy?
No.
He's gonna beat Mommy, isn't he?
No.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, after he's seen how mommy does it.
Yeah, I know your technique now. Okay, watch and learn. Watch and learn, alright? Pressure's on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No! Still can't beat Mommy, huh? Still can't beat her. When I asked if Bulgarians are rude, you flooded the comments. Let's see what some of you had to say. I don't think we're rude. We're just direct and on point. I think the issue is with people from the UK who are overly polite and always have to say please, thank you, and sorry. From my experience, I think you're right. But at the same time, do not underestimate some people from the UK. In the area I grew up in, you just have to look at somebody the wrong way and you might get stabbed. Boy, it's time to stop shoveling concrete and time for a haircut. This boy is not even Bulgarian and he's being very direct, you know what I mean? And this is why I got a haircut as well. Bro, listen, older generation Bulgarian are just tired of all the bullshit they had to go through. They are not rude, just tired. I mean, if you think about the Bulgarian history and the politics, I do understand. And this is why I think a lot of people resonate and experience the following. Institutions and receptions are rude to everyone here, which then links to Tukne Informacija comments. I was at the immigration office where I'm standing in a queue of 100 people. The queue goes outside and inside there's probably 8 staff. 3 of which are probably on their lunch break and 2 of which are happily chattering between each other and are waiting for somebody to go up to them so they can say Tukne Informacija. I also don't understand why at the immigration office there's nobody that can speak English. I mean, out of all places, you should at least know a word or two. Enough of that. I understand that Bulgarians are direct, upfront, and can be rude, right? It actually makes for very funny stories. Like, as you can see in the comments, people are just shitting and having fun. But overall, the comment that sums up my experience perfectly in Bulgaria is this one. Bulgarians are the nicest, most generous people when you get to know them and they you. The amount of times my car broken down, and every single time I was able to get help from a stranger. Police officers sitting in the car, other people opening the bonnet, putting in fuel, changing parts, everybody just having a laugh. I had some of the most adventurous experiences here in this country. So I wouldn't change a thing. So Mitko has been making some progress on the Great Wall of Bulgaria. He reckons it will be done this year. A little bit optimistic if you ask me. We also ordered a batch of new concrete bricks. However, this time it's from a different company and these ones don't seem to be as straight. I'm really hoping for some summer weather soon. I can't believe I was complaining in summer that it's way too warm.
Hold on. Oh, how do you like the grass you have in the nature? Javče, train. It's his first time seeing a train. So now that Yav is a little bit older and more human-like, we have been wanting for the weather to get better and start getting him out in nature. Finally, now we're experimenting with bringing him out a little bit more. And it's definitely very interesting for him. Like, he's not crying, he's just looking around, trying to eat some grass. He's mesmerized. Може да седиш там от другата страна на Бел, да идва към теб. Заедно с моя също. Написах книга.
Да, къде четахте, че всъщност тия, които сте изнесли...
It's been raining all day today, so I've decided to make some progress on our Salcante hike video, which is a 5-day trek in Peru to Machu Picchu. So this has been an amazing experience, and I cannot wait to get this video done and show you. One day I'll bring this little boy along, and we're gonna do the hike again, and it's gonna be epic, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure he's liking this shot here, so I'll need to re-edit. Yeah, you like it or not? Huh?
Okay, he's getting the hang of the tool. Nice! Go again. He needs a brand new sheet now. He has my stuff on it. Wow. Wow, the energy. Look at that line variation. Maybe he doesn't see. Oh! Is this grass? Are those fields? Oh. He's cross-hatching. Those kind of look like trees on the hill. Okay, you can pick a color. Which one is it? Is it the green or is it the pink? Birds? Okay. Okay, Abby? Do you like your art? Yeah? Yeah. Don't be too critical. Don't be too critical. He can't focus on anything else when you're here with that mic. Do you want to say something?
We were in Sofia and we had this spontaneous idea of just coming up to Vitusha because we just seen how snowy it is, but I'm not sure if we made the right decision because it's so cold. So we're just going to be here for a brief second just to check out the view, alright?
I'm gonna die filming. And he's gonna then complain everything is out of focus. He will complain, mark my words.
I think we hit a dead end. I definitely don't have shoes for this. Look at this. Look at this, my sneakers.
I didn't. Sorry. I'm not good at filming this. Can you show your sneakers again?
So I think we just reached.
This is who's filming me. Wait a second. Oh. Okay, I think Yav is getting too cold, so we're gonna rush it back to the car.
Oh my god, they're gonna fall.
Being interrupted by turkeys. I'm finally rendering the Salcante Trek video, which I've meant to do for the past 3 or 4 years. I'm just trying to catch up on all the projects I need to do, and I finally found the time to do this. So I really hope you enjoy. It has some awesome scenic views. So yeah, it's quite a nice video. It's quite a nice video. So what we're walking through right now is a landslide, which is absolutely insane. With that being said, I think I need to get a little break from the computer, so see you tomorrow.
We're cooking some ribs. I tried to look up a recipe for cooking them in a pizza oven and nothing spoke to me. So I just winged it. Just put some honey, put some wine, put some spices. Well, I think the experimental recipe is looking good, at least. I feel like it should be fine.
We'll check after 3 hours, but I think 4 hours will be perfect. Good.
We are currently in the Studena village because we just wanted to expand and see other places apart from our village. Look at this ancient wall. Such history here. This place has a population of around 1,800, but the main feature of this place is the Studena Dam. And the Studena Dam is one of my favorite places near where we live because we go there pretty much all the time when the weather is better and it's spring. It's a very beautiful place. And this place is used for drinking water. So it provides drinking water to the Pernik region. Such an educational video, isn't it?
Never just having a little walk through the village to see if there's some interesting houses or to grab some inspiration.
Are you please able to mention that your camera is very heavy and I'm struggling?
What you don't see on these videos are little moments like there was this dog called Piffy. There was this dog called Piffy and Ida is very scared of dogs and she was doing circles around me because of this dog called Piffy. You just can't film this stuff. You just can't film it. He's a little package. I just changed my hands while carrying him and he's absolutely fine. By the way, this whole episode is filmed by Eden, so I'm just testing her skills.
Oh, why was I filming this whole time?
Earlier today, I built this scene just for insect macro videography. Let's grab the spider. Jesus Christ, it's got about a million eyes. I also have to kind of predict where it's going to move, if it will even move. I do want to get more of a close-up shot because I'm still really far away from the spider. Okay, now I needed to stop here. I needed to stop here. Now it's in a perfect position for me to get extreme close up. Okay, now I'm actually very close to the spider. It is not the best shot, but I already set it up, so I kind of want to let it play out. I'm not sure it likes the light. I found the spider in extreme darkness. No. I trust my cat to be here while I'm trying to film this delicate scene. I've not seen that cat in ages. I thought he got lost. This cat is gonna ruin everything. Stinky, I can't do it right now. Oh, this is such a nice shot. This is such a nice shot. Oh, yes, what a scene. What a scene. This is what we want. I came to a conclusion that this is actually hard. This is very hard. It's very easy setting up a scene, but filming insects. Oh, this one's moving. This one's moving. I think I'm going back to filming snails.
This is Lubo. He is a passionate woodworker with over 12 years of experience, and I'm basically here to learn from the maestro himself. So, Lubo, what are we doing today?
Today we're building a cabinet for some vinyl records, but we have to plane the pieces and we have to cut them to size, and if we have time we can glue it all together.
Do you think it's hard to make a living with woodworking?
Yes, it's hard. It's just super physical, you know, you have to put everything you have to work with the big machines, with the big pieces of furniture. It takes all you've got. Like, do you want to change your hands?
No, it's okay.
Do you think you can learn something from me? I think you know pretty much everything.
What? No, I don't. What are you
No?
talking about? Of course I
No,
don't.
because you know you have the soul, you have the... Usually when somebody tells me, you know, I don't know woodworking, they don't know which is which. But you have experience, I mean.
Mostly for me is to just make a woodworking friend. I don't have any woodworking friends, man. Like, it's nice to share a passion with somebody, you know? Like, that way you can solve problems and ask for opinions and everything like
Yeah.
that, you know? It's...
Well, I'm glad you chose me. No, I'm serious.
Oh, you're working very fast, you're not messing around.
That's only for a few hours. I'm going to apply some varnish here so the pieces get darker. All of these pieces will be inside, so nobody will ever see them, but I still want them to be nice for me.
What's like your favorite project to work on?
I made this poker table and it was either going to be my greatest accomplishment or greatest failure. First we made it round, and then in the middle there has to be, you know, this felt, the green stuff where you play the cards. So we had to route her out like 8 millimeters so it can go down. So I made like small passes. I made maybe 3,000 passes until I get it right.
You're joking. Are you
Yeah,
sure
3,000?
3,000?
You want to cut these too?
Yeah, yeah, okay. That's definitely 12. What do you think? Is this 12?
Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff.
Whenever I work, I have to make sure that everything's clamped, and it's
Yeah.
actually it's quite refreshing. You just grab something and you just...
It's 37 exactly.
You know how much process I need to clamp this to make sure I don't even hold anything, you know? Like, I need to make sure everything is stable and I still get it wrong.
Yeah, but
I
you...
still get it wrong, and look what you're doing.
So I love reading. I'm gonna pick 3 books that I have here in the bookshelf and just say a few words about them. Book 1, Into Thin Air by, I'm gonna butcher his name, John Krakauer. Let me check.
Krakower. The crack
Okay.
rhymes with crack, and the hour sounds like hour.
It's John Krakauer. So this is not fiction. This is an account, a memoir of the 1996 Everest disaster. Basically, a group of people want to climb Everest. They're not climbers. They pay for an expedition. It's really popular at this point to pay and get professionals get you to Everest. Things go really wrong, and the book is a very interesting account, very well written as well, very interesting account on all the decisions that were made to lead to this disaster. It's beautiful, especially if you're into mountaineering. It really goes in depth and shows you how you should never underestimate the mountain. Next, okay, it's a popular book, I would say. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I have the Bulgarian edition. This is a very, very interesting read. Very easy for me to read this. I think I read it twice actually. It's a thriller story set in academia in Vermont. I think it was in Vermont. Several students are very obsessed with mythology I would say. They get really obsessed. They're very smart, but they're also very weird. A murder happens, which is kind of foreshadowed, and the whole time you're trying to figure out what happened and why it happened. And also the narrator is an unreliable narrator. So if you're into that, I also really recommend this book. My last recommendation is going to be actually my favorite one of the three. It's called Bjornstad. In English, they renamed it to Bear Town. I don't agree with this. It's a town in Sweden. I think they should have kept the original name. This book is kind of about hockey, but it's not about hockey at all. So I don't care for hockey. And if you don't care, you should still read this book. It's about the town, the mentality of a kind of a small town people, how obsessed they are with the hockey team and the people in there. But again, you really don't need to know anything about the hockey. It's more about people connections, emotional kind of stuff. It's amazing. There's also a sequel and a third book. How is a third sequel and how do you call it? A trequel? It doesn't make sense. It's definitely in my top most favorite books. And I really recommend. I wish I had more friends to talk about, but I wish I had more people to discuss this book with. And that's it. Book talk with Ida. I would love recommendations for other books to review. It would be nice if we can find a book for Jacob to read, because he doesn't read much. Should I mention about the only book you ever read? Or should we leave this for another video? Let's bring back some life in our garden, so it doesn't look as if we have abandoned the place. I invested in some flowers to plant in our favorite barbecue area. It's gonna look nice and appealing, and we can start having some barbecues. Voce, are you involved in the process? Now just roughly gonna plan where each one will go. So this is the plan, and I'm gonna get started with the digging. I'm gonna use the moment to get rid of some weeds as well. I'm not sure why is there some paper. So beautiful. So absolutely beautiful. It's extra tricky because I have bulbs emerging from the plants I planted in autumn, and some of them may be even still underground. So I'm really trying not to destroy them. But yeah, in a month or two, this place should be really beautiful. Oh. Oh. And we're done here for today. Tomorrow is 1st of March. We have this tradition of putting Martinički red and white cutie kind of bracelets that you put around your loved one's wrist. And it's for health and luck and just all sorts of goodness.
Could you explain what day is actually today?
Today is Todorovden, which I know nothing about, except it's somehow connected to horses.
So I went along and captured some horses sprinting. So that was pretty cool. Also our friend Desi was there, so I managed to get a wee cheeky photo of myself on a horse. So that was cool, that was cool. But anyways, back to making Martinički.
Need to make one for each other. I think for Yav probably just because I don't want him eating this.
Oh yeah.
So.
I mean, we have a lot of material here, you know? A lot of material.
That's the paint I cannot open.
Oh, I can't open it.
No, you can't. Now you know what kind of issues I have to deal with as an artist.
I'll figure it out. I'll use my tools. I'll be back. You think I can't solve your problems? Oh.
Genuinely. Well done. Well done.
This is why she married me. Yeah.
I mean, okay.
I've actually sat here for a while now, and I think I ran out of ideas. Eden's about to put the baby to sleep, and she managed to fire through so many in such a short period of time, and I'm still here trying to catch up with her. Also, my designs are all over the place. I don't think they have the theme of spring whatsoever. Like this one looks like Valentine's design. I'm literally just doing some random things. This one looks like a Scottish flag. I don't even know what this is. Some sort of, I don't know what that is. And this looks like some sort of Easter egg. I don't know, man. I've tried, alright, I've tried. But Eden's design, which she's done in a very short period of time, are looking not bad. Anyways, next step is to make them into bracelets and necklaces, and then they'll be ready to give to people tomorrow. So, yeah.
He's cross-hatching.